Yashasvi, and my groupmates are Arthur, Bhavya, Mandeep, and we are the Jaguars. Today we're going to talk about Foot Locker. Foot Locker Retail Inc. is an American sportswear and footwear retailer with its headquarters in New York, and it's operating in 28 countries worldwide. It's owned by this guy, Richard A. Johnson, and founded as a separate company in 1988. Foot Locker is the successor corporation of Woolworths, as its freestanding stores were former Woolworths locations. The company operates the Foot Locker chain of athletic footwear retail outlets along with female Foot Locker and kids Foot Locker stores, and other athletic-based divisions including Champ Sports, Foot Action USA, House of Hoops, and EastBayFootlocker.com. The company is also famous for employees' uniforms as its flagship Foot Locker chain, resembling those of referees. According to the company's filings with the SEC, as of January 28, 2017, Foot Locker Inc. had 3,363 primary retail stores in the United States, Canada, Europe, Asia, and nearly 70% of its products are from Nike.
So what's the problem? Foot Locker had a big turnaround since Ken Hicks, who was CEO from 2009 to 2014, took control after the company had an $80 million loss in 2008 from declining store sales for the last 3 consecutive years. He revived the chain through new initiatives by consolidating management across its brands, shutting down underperforming stores, and transforming its stores and offerings. Now let's dive deeper into the situation.
Foot Locker has 3,336 stores worldwide, where 147 stores have shut down in 2017, 110 stores have shut down in 2018, but at the same time 40 new stores have sprung up in 2018. Changes in the buying trends are as follows, where 80% still want to buy in stores but 20% want to buy online. The reasons for people still going in store is because they want to see, touch and feel the object, they want to take home the object immediately, or they want to return the object immediately if they don't like it. Some of our competitors online are Amazon, StockX, eBay, Zappos and Goat. And some of our in-store competitors are Dick's, Nike, Culture Kings, Hype. We went to Hype and Secret Sneaker Store to see what they are doing to keep up with the trends.
And this is Weizhou, and she's the store manager at Hype, as we can see here. So we're going to ask a couple of questions regarding the consumers and the competition. So could you tell me, how have the consumers changed, the trends changed in the past couple of years?
So back in the day, sneakers were really just worn as something, to wear. Like shoes were always worn, it's just something that we have to wear. Sneakers over the years have really become more of a fashion trend of anything. Everything always started from the 80s and 90s, from hip hop culture and like bebop culture as well. Like sneakers from that were classically tennis shoes as well have become more fashion wear styles. Obviously I'm wearing Superstars now. This is a classic 90s hip hop trend.
Yeah.
But now it's one of the most popular shoes for women, when initially they were made specifically just for men. The trends have really changed based off 80s and 90s pop culture as well. And I think in Australia specifically, we've really pushed forward with a lot of Asian designs. We've always been very popular with black and white, white, or blacks in Air Max 90s, Air Max 1s. Even Adidas, we only had classic styles your Superstars and Gazelles and whatnot. But now we're very much about athleticism now in Australia. Fitness is a huge thing in Australia, so everyone's after the newest sportswear style. So you're finding more Air Max 270s, Ultra Boost, Adidas, NMDs are selling a lot more frequently than your more casual styles, I suppose. Vans, right now everyone only is after an old school.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, everybody loved all the colours that Vans have really brought out, but now everyone's really going to be only going for a black and white also because that's the fashion trend right now. So Hype DC is specifically about hype brands. We're all about, what's the most exclusive and the most fashionable brands in at the moment. Yeah. We sell, some styles that are exclusive, specifically at Pitt Street here. Yeah. We get a lot of specific drops. We just had the Gold Fleur drop. When we had the Witherspoons at Kmart recently as well, they sold out Australia-wide. So at our store specifically at Pitt Street, we get a lot of special editions in that you can see obviously on our windows at the moment. We've got the bubbles here because we've got the new Air Max range that recently dropped in the Air Max 97s, Air Max 1s and Air Max 95s as well because they came in a pack.
Yeah.
So our store gets like exclusive brands, and you know, we have like shoes that you can't actually get at any other store. For example, like the Air Max 91s, which is a hybrid between the Air Max 90 and the Air Max 140. We are the only store in Australia that you can actually purchase that from. So you can't get them from any other store. Hype is all about, you know, trends, and we're always following constantly on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Tumblr. We're over all social networking platforms.
Yeah.
And we have a really, really amazing social media team at our head office that's always making sure they know what our consumers are looking for,
Yeah.
and our buyers are always onto the most popular products that are in straight away. So we've got a really, really amazing like head office team who are always like on the go and on the know. Well, the thing with Hype DC, obviously we're here for all the sneakerheads, but at the end of the day, we actually focus on everyone. We have such a wide market range. We can serve a baby and we can serve an 80-year-old man, you know what I mean? Like, we're not just after one particular person. With our store, it's all about customer service. We're all here to help whoever comes in this store, and at the end of the day, we're here to make sure every single customer that comes into our store is gonna leave with a big smile on their face. Obviously, we want you guys to go home with like 3 bags of shoes, but at the end of the day, we're here to help you guys out in the best way possible and give you the best experience possible whilst you're in our store at Hype DC.
Alright.
Well, you know what? There's always going to be people that we're competing with, but you know what? That doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, there's JD Sports, we've got like Platypus as well, Skechers as well, you got like Sneaker Boy, Culture Kings. This is the city. There's like so many different stores that are selling, you know, sportswear styles, but that's got nothing to do with us. They're a completely different brand. You know, we're here to represent Hype DC. We're not here to represent JD Sports or Culture Kings. That's got nothing to do with us.
Okay.
We're here to make sure that every single person that comes into our store, Hype DC Pitt Street, is going to get the best experience possible.
First thing, Quinn, how has the consumer trend changed the past couple of months or years?
Well, recently, I feel like we have a lot more consumers now. So we're getting a lot more younger kids. So before in the past, there'd be a lot older kids where like they're just out of high school, they started getting jobs now. But even now, kids from up to like 12, 13 are buying into hype and fashion now. I think it's just because of the exposure of streetwear and anything hype is sort of being like blown out. So it's from like rappers or just online on Facebook and stuff they see on Instagram.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot more customers. However, the supply of a lot of the stuff is still similar, so the prices of our stuff has gone up as well. But even then, kids are still affording it like on a weekly.
Okay.
We're getting customers from everywhere, so we get a lot of tourists. A lot of our customers are Chinese tourists,
Yeah.
or even just Chinese residents or who are from uni, as well as who are just studying here for a few years.
Yeah.
But we do get customers from everywhere. In Westfields, we get people like from all backgrounds. We get like Arabic people, Wogs, Asian, like American. We get a lot of American customers as well. Just because sometimes our prices are more competitive than other places. So our customers come from everywhere.
Okay.
Well, one unique thing about our store is that we're a consignment store, so
Yeah.
we're always going to get the newest thing because people always want to sell their stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why every week or every release, people just bring it up and then we try to help them sell it. And that's how we always keep like fresh and keep new every new drop.
Okay.
So I think our big competitor is either Goat and StockX. Our prices are usually competitive with them because when you do buy from Goat or StockX, you have to include tax as
Yeah.
well as shipping costs as well.
Yeah.
And usually after that, you still have to wait 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Whereas customers can always come in now and just buy it and try it
So
on.
it's
as
like
well.
more like instant gratification.
Yeah, instant gratification, and you can try it on because a lot of people who buy online, they never know what their size is.
Yeah.
So it makes it a bit hard. So that's why we sort of have that edge on a lot of like online stores.
Uncontrollable factors, competition. The retail athletic footwear and apparel business is highly competitive. Foot Locker's athletic footwear and apparel operations compete primarily with athletic footwear specialty stores, sporting goods stores, department stores, traditional shoe stores, mass merchandisers and internet retailers, many of which are units of national or regional chains that have significant financial and marketing resources. The principal competitive factors in Foot Locker's markets are selection of merchandise, customer experience, reputation, store location, advertising, and price. Although Foot Locker sells an increasing proportion of their merchandise via the internet, a significantly faster shift in customers' buying pattern to purchasing athletic footwear, athletic apparel, and sporting goods via the internet could have a material adverse effect on their business results. In addition, all of Foot Locker's significant suppliers operate retail stores and distribute products directly through the internet, and others may follow. Seasonality. The footwear industry is dependent upon fashion trends, customer preferences, product innovations, and other fashion-related factors. The athletic footwear and apparel industry, especially at the premium end of the price spectrum, is subject to changing fashion trends and customer preferences. In addition, retailers in the athletic industry rely on their suppliers to maintain innovation in the products they develop. Technology. The technology enablement of omni-channel in their business is complex and involves the development of new digital platform and a new order management system. In order to enhance the complete customer experience, Foot Locker continues to invest in initiatives designed to deliver a high-quality coordinated shopping experience online, in-store, and on mobile devices, which require substantial investment in technology, information system, and employee training, as well as significant management time and resources. Their omni-channel retailing efforts include the integration and implementation of new technology, software, and process to be able to fulfill orders from any point within our system of stores and distribution centers, which is extremely complex and may not meet customer expectations for timely and accurate deliveries. Risks. These efforts involve substantial risk, including risk of implementation delays, cost overruns, technology interruptions, supply and distribution delays, and other issues that can affect the successful implementation and operation of their omni-channel initiatives. If Foot Locker omni-channel initiatives are not successful or they do not realize the return on their omni-channel investments anticipated, their financial performance and future growth could be materially adversely affected. Economic conditions. Economic or political conditions in their countries, including fluctuations in foreign currencies, exchange rates, and tax rates, may adversely affect their operations. A significant proportion of their sales and operating income for 2017 was attributable to their operations in Europe, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. As a result, their business is subject to risks associated with doing business outside of the United States, such as local customer product performance, political interest, disruptions or delays in shipment, changing in economic conditions in countries in which we operate, foreign currencies fluctuations, real estate costs, and labor and employment practices in non-US jurisdictions that may differ significantly from those that prevail in the United States. In addition, because Foot Locker suppliers manufacture a substantial amount of their products in foreign countries, their ability to obtain sufficient quantities of merchandise on 12Q trains may be affected by governmental regulations, trade restrictions, labor, and other conditions in the countries from which their suppliers obtain their product. Macroeconomic development may adversely affect our business. Foot Locker performance is subject to global economic conditions and the related effects on consumer spending levels. Continued uncertainty about global economic conditions and possesses a risk as consumers and business may postpone spending to respond to tighter credit, unemployment, negative financial news, and or declines in income or asset values, which could have a material negative effect on demand for their product. Uncertainty about global market. Controllable factors. Merchandise management. If Foot Locker does not successfully manage their inventory levels, their operating results will be adversely affected. For example, Foot Locker ordered most of their athletic footwear 4 to 6 months prior to the delivery of their stores. If they fail to anticipate accurately either to the market for the merchandising in the store or their customer purchasing habits, they may be forced to rely on markdowns or promotional sales to dispose of excess or slow-moving inventory, which could have material adverse effect on their business, financial conditions, and results of operations. Pricing. A change in the relationship with any of their key suppliers or the unavailability of key products at competitive prices could affect their financial health. Foot Locker business is dependent to a significant degree upon their ability to obtain exclusive product and ability to purchase brand name merchandise at competitive price for a limited number of suppliers. In addition, they have negotiated volume cooperative advertising and markdowns, allowances with their suppliers, as well as the ability to cancel orders and return excess or unneeded merchandise. They cannot be certain that such terms with their suppliers will continue in future. Store location. Foot Locker stores are affected by mall traffic and their ability to secure suitable store locations. Many of their stores, especially in North America, are located primarily in enclosed regional and neighborhood malls. Their sales are affected in part by the volume of mall traffic. Mall traffic may be adversely affected by, among other factors, economic downturns, the closing or continued decline of anchor department stores and or specialty stores, and decline in the popularity of mall shopping among our target customers. To take advantage of customers' traffic and the shipping preference of their customers, they need to maintain or acquire store in desirable locations such as in regional and neighborhood malls, as well as high traffic urban retail areas and high streets, like this newly opened George Street store as seen in this video. It is not certain that desirable locations will continue to be available at favorable rates. Managing a business. Any business has to make 4 major decisions while managing their business: product, price, promotion, and place. What are you selling? What rates are you selling it for? Where can you buy the product? And how we reach our target consumers? What incentives do we give our consumers to buy our product? Fortunately, in the last couple of years, Foot Locker has changed their path. Talk about the profit, shutting down stores to open new, better ones. Communicate with the customer. It's important for brands to understand what the consumer wants from them. Business today engage with their customers on social media platforms, emails, gather feedback. Foot Locker, on the other hand, hasn't been able to keep up with its competitors in this area, so they need to work on it.
Abandoned